Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 5th of November 2024. Now unfortunately guys, the price of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market, it is definitely not looking good. And today guys, the US election is taking place, isn't it? And because of that, I'm pretty much sure there's going to be extreme volatility. And it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this particular election is. Because I'm pretty much sure guys, the outcome of this particular election could actually take Bitcoin to completely new heights, or it could definitely stifle innovation in the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space. So it is definitely one of those crucial dates, isn't it? Now unfortunately guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, the numbers are definitely not that great. Ethereum in particular guys, its market cap has gone down to $289 billion. This just shows the power of politicians and their impact in the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? So let's see guys what the outcome to this election is. Now in today's episode guys, we have some really interesting news. And the first news has to do with the new stablecoin, that is global dollar. And the ticker symbol guys is USDG. Now what's really important to note guys, this is more of a coalition and there are quite a lot of heavy duty giants such as Robinhood, Kraken, Paxos, Anchorage, as well as quite a lot of other companies. Now if you do need more information regarding this new stablecoin, the website is globaldollar.com. But in today's episode guys, we'll definitely take a deep dive into this. Now Paxos guys, they are the ones who are going ahead and issuing this. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this is. Now at the outset guys, there are a few themes regarding this new stablecoin. And they focus on custody, settlement, trading, stablecoin rewards, and there's really interesting information as to who will be benefited by the issuance of the stablecoin. And they're definitely taking a different approach to, let's say, Tether USDT and Circle USDC. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now the next new news guys has to do with Bitcoin. Now the first news is regarding Lightspark, and they have launched Spark, which is essentially a new system that is built on Bitcoin and looks like they want to make global faster payments cheaper and more accessible. And they have upgraded the UMA, that is Universal Money Address. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now I'll go ahead and discuss in specific 3 points guys. That is Universal Money Address Extend, Universal Money Address Authorization or Auth, and Universal Money Address Request. So let me know guys what are your thoughts regarding this. Now regarding Lightning Network guys, that Lightning Network is still lightning years away from mainstream adoption, isn't it? But nonetheless guys, there's definitely some progress regarding this, and I'll definitely go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion on it. Now the next news guys has to do with Mt. Gox. Now look guys, earlier this year Mt. Gox did actually make the announcement that on the 31st of October 2024, the repayment plan would kick in, isn't it? But they went ahead and decided to postpone it to 2025. But what happened guys, just a few days ago, $35 million was transferred to cold storage. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now look guys, when you talk about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in comparison to, let's say, fiat currency, one of the pillars of open blockchain is publicly verifiable, isn't it? So absolutely anyone in the world can go ahead and verify these transactions. And only because of this pillar guys, we were able to identify what is going on regarding transactions. But let's say in a permission blockchain or central bank digital currency, such thing is definitely not possible, isn't it? So we definitely need to truly understand the pillars of open blockchain. And regarding stablecoins guys, I have often said this, they definitely do not follow the ethos of open blockchain. As a matter of fact guys, regarding global dollar, are they actually following the ethos of open blockchain? I definitely don't think so. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that when we're talking about global dollar as well. Now the final news guys has to do with stablecoin as well. But this is to do with Tether USDT. Now Tether guys, a few months ago did actually make an announcement in Dubai that they are launching out the Rampeg stablecoin, isn't it? They are actually issuing the stablecoin on Ton blockchain. So I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because Alessandro Guari, who's Tether's Senior Strategic Partnership Manager, he actually confirmed this announcement at the Ton blockchain event at the Gateway 2024 event in Dubai that did actually take place a few days ago. So quite a lot of cover cars in today's episode. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East as well. Now the first news guys is a massive one, and this is to do with UAE's ADNOC, and they want to deploy autonomous artificial intelligence in the energy sector for the first time. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now the second news guys has to do with the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, and this is to do with artificial intelligence once again in ADIPEC 2024. They opened up in Monday in Abu Dhabi, and they are dedicated a new AI zone as well. Now look guys, ever since ChatGPT entered into our world, a lot of news is surrounding artificial intelligence, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform. Check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, look, guys, in the episode that I released yesterday, I did actually state I would really like to see the volume of stablecoins to be around the $100 billion mark, because that would actually mean that people are parking a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies onto stablecoins. Unfortunately, guys, the volume of stablecoins is definitely not great. And if you look at the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the numbers are definitely not looking good. Looks like we are in a bloodbath, isn't it? But look, guys, I definitely do feel this is a temporary move. And this is only because of the outcome of US elections. And hopefully, guys, if there is no fraud, and if the elections are done legitimately, President Donald Trump gets re-elected once again. And then, guys, I'm pretty much sure the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be on an upward direction, isn't it? Now look, guys, whether we like it or not, when the United States of America has cough, the entire world has pneumonia. So I'm really curious to check when President Donald Trump gets elected. Now if you look at the fear and greed index, guys, right now it is at 53 and the market sentiment is neutral. Now let's say, guys, if the volume of stablecoins had crossed the $100 billion mark, then I would have been confident that the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies would have pumped up. Because look, guys, on the 7th of this month, Fed Chair Jerome Powell will be making a decision whether to reduce the interest rate, keep it the same, or increase it. Now, based on the last month's data, guys, I'm pretty much sure he's definitely going to keep it, or he might just reduce the interest rate as well. And if both of these two things happen, I'm pretty much sure the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up. But look, guys, this is definitely not financial advice. And like I often say, all my past predictions are 100% right 50% of the time, so take the prediction with a pinch of salt. Now regarding the global cryptocurrency snapshot, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is at $2.21 trillion, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 1.66%. Now if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, today it is at $81.65 billion, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is up by 10.86%. Now if you look at the volume in decentralized finance, unfortunately, guys, it is down to $3.52 billion, and DeFi as of today is accounting for 4.31% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now, regarding decentralized finance, guys, later on when I'll go and discuss the top 5 decentralized apps on different blockchains, today we'll be looking at Ethereum, and there is some indication that Sky, that is Sky.money, which is a rebranded version of MakerDAO, that is at number 5th. So let's see, guys, if Sky.money or Sky does turn out to be a ChatGPT moment for the decentralized finance space. Because right now, guys, decentralized finance definitely looks dead, isn't it? Now what I'd really recommend you guys to do is go to DeFiLlama.com and you can just run through the numbers regarding decentralized finance. The numbers are absolutely dreadful, guys. Almost 100% of these numbers, or almost 50%, or even 60 to 70% less than what it used to be going back to 2020 and 2021. Definitely unfortunate numbers, to be honest. Now regarding the total value locked, guys, it is at $86.68 billion, and Lido is still leading the Paxos dominance is concerned, and it is at $23.26 billion. Now regarding decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, guys, today it is marginally pumped up at 23.17%. Now look, guys, when the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going down, this should be the time where average people should be using a lot more decentralized exchanges in it. But the so-called decentralized world and cryptocurrency world reacts completely opposite. Today it is only at 23.17%. In an idealistic world, guys, this number today should have been around the 40% mark. Let's see, guys, probably in a decade's time we might be able to achieve this. Now let's quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, guys, because looks like Uniswap is still number 1, and today its volume is $1.58 billion. Radium, guys, since the last 24 hours, its volume is below the $1 billion mark, and today it is at $94.58 billion. Now in the episode that I released yesterday, guys, I did see quite a lot of red flags regarding Radium. Now if you're an expert in Radium and decentralized apps, definitely drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com, because I would definitely like to know why the numbers are looking extremely shady for Radium. Now the number 3rd, guys, is PancakeSwap, and its volume is $752.74 million. Aerodrome is at number 4th, its volume is $567.17 million, and Norca is at $312.29 million. Now since the last 24 hours, guys, what has happened is that the first 2, the volume has gone down, but the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, the volume is slightly pumped up. So it looks like there is even distribution regarding the volume of decentralized exchanges. Now so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned, guys, I really am not liking this number. Today it is only at $77.83 billion, and stablecoins as of today is accounting for 93.31% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, with Tether USDT leading the pack at $64.12 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $7.27 billion, and FTUSD is at number 3rd Its volume is $5.97 billion. And today, guys, we'll go ahead and discuss some massive news regarding our new stablecoin, that is global dollar, and the ticker symbol for that is USDG. But look, guys, so far as my prediction is concerned, let's say 3 to 5 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if Circle USDC is the king. Because look, guys, so far as Europe is concerned, MiCA regulations are extremely serious, isn't it? And Tether USDT looks like they're not complying with them. But Circle USDC, on the other hand, they are trying to be extremely compliant. Now look, guys, I'm definitely not a fan of regulations, but when you talk about stable coins, they definitely don't follow the ethos of open blockchain. Most of the stable coins, guys, they don't even use blockchain technology as such. Rather, what they're doing is, they are making a centralized decision to go ahead and issue the token or coins, and then they're just managing the coins on the ledger. And so far stable coins are concerned, guys, they're definitely a centralized entity, and they're literally replacing the role of a bank. And stablecoin issuers, guys, they can definitely go ahead and censor your transaction as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and retouch some of these points when we talk about global dollar. Now if you look at the market cap, guys, as I mentioned earlier, Ethereum's market cap is down to $289 billion, whereas Bitcoin's market cap, guys, it is at $1.34 trillion. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is pumped up significantly, and it is at $41.14 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume, guys, is at $17.11 billion. And because of this, Bitcoin's dominance has crossed the 60% mark. Today it is at 60.51%, whereas Ethereum's dominance is down to 13%. Now this week, guys, what I'm doing is, I'm looking at the top 5 decentralized applications that are working on different blockchain protocol. In the episode that are released on the 4th of November, we looked at the top 5 decentralized apps that were working across all different blockchain protocols, isn't it? But today, guys, I want to look at the decentralized apps that are working only on Ethereum blockchain. Now what you can do is, guys, you can go to dappradar.com and you can sort it based on different metrics. Now mind you, guys, I'm only looking at it in terms of dollar amount, but you can sort it based on unique active wallet interactions or even the balance that is showing on the smart contracts. And yesterday, guys, I found Radium to be a complete anomaly, to be honest. I really am hoping that we do not find out any notorious activity regarding Radium, because Radium is a decentralized exchange that works only on Solana, isn't it? Now let's see, guys, on the episode that are released on Thursday, what I'll do is I'll look at the top 5 decentralized apps that are working only on Solana blockchain. Today, guys, we'll only look at the top 5 decentralized apps that are working on Ethereum blockchain. And it's no surprise that Uniswap version 3 is number 1, and its market cap is at $2.3 billion. The second one is Balancer, guys. Its market cap is at $617.17 million. The third one is COW Swap, and its market cap is $192 million. Uniswap version 2 is at number 4, guys. Its market cap is $146.65 million. And at number 5 is Sky, which is a rebranded version of MakerDAO, and its market cap is $122.93 million. Now look, guys, if you're relatively new in the decentralized finance space, you should know that MakerDAO is kind of like the OG of decentralized finance. Some people also call it as Boomer DAO, because they were the ones who actually kickstarted the movement regarding decentralized finance. But since the last few years, guys, looks like people are just not using decentralized finance, and they have decided to rebrand it to Sky.money, and right now its market cap is $122.93 million. Now look, guys, the only hope for decentralized finance is Sky.money. So let's see what the future to decentralized finance is. Now, guys, let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 1.18%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 2.94%. And right now, guys, the price of Bitcoin is $67,832. What a crazy world to be alive, isn't it? The price of Bitcoin is $67,832, and people are still upset that the prices are going down, because on the 31st of October, guys, there was a possibility of Bitcoin to reach a new all-time high, because the price was hovering around the $72,000 mark, isn't it? Now regarding Ethereum, guys, the price has been steady for almost 3 months now, and it is hovering around the $2,200 to $2,600 range. Today the price is $2,402, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 2.11%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 6.41%. Now Binance BNB Coin, guys, is at $552, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 0.82%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 7.98%. Now look, guys, I'm pretty much sure after the US election, once President Donald Trump gets re-elected, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will definitely be pumping up, isn't it? So definitely interesting times ahead. Now in today's episode, guys, we do have a breaking news, and that is regarding a new stablecoin. And to be honest, guys, this just might turn out to be a game changer. And the stablecoin, guys, is called as Global Dollar, and the ticker symbol for that is USDG. Now what's crazy to note, guys, is this has been introduced by a coalition of leading crypto firms, including Robinhood, Kraken, Paxos, Anchorage Digital, Bullish, Galaxy Digital, and Norway. So it is some of the giants who are getting involved in this, isn't it? Now it's really important to note, guys, that this stablecoin is issued in Singapore by Paxos, and this new stablecoin aims to provide a more community-oriented, regulation-compliant stablecoin, which is in line with Monetary Authority of Singapore's upcoming framework. Now here's the interesting bit, guys. The coin's key features that the income from the USDG's reserve that is held in US Treasuries will be shared among participants in the network, incentivizing partners companies to expand USDC's usage. So the big question, guys, is what does the Global Dollar Network do? This Global Dollar Network allows companies from various sectors, such as let's say custodians, exchanges, fintechs, and merchants, to join and help drive stablecoin adoption. And DBS Bank serves as a primary cash management and reserve custodian, and they will be enhancing the stability of USDG. Now this particular approach, guys, differentiates USDG from established stablecoins like Tether USDT and Circle USDC, which retains all the income interest from reserves, isn't it? So it looks like this would be a really strong threat for Tether USDT as well as Circle USDC as well, isn't it? And Paxos, guys, is the one managing this. Now you should know that Paxos is a regulated blockchain infrastructure company, and they build transparent and transformative financial solutions. And according to Paxos CEO, that is Charles Cascarella, the network rewards activity-based contributions rather than end users, creating a community token model. And Kraken's Arjun Sethi and Anchorage Digital's Nathan McCauley has highlighted USDG's potential to boost regulated stablecoin competition and drive new use cases. And the launch of USDG, guys, does mark a collaborative shift in the stablecoin sector towards yield sharing and compliance-focused innovation, and they aim to attract mainstream financial participants and expand cross-border and P2P transactions in a compliant, low-cost model. Now look, guys, this news might sound great, but it should fall under the fintech sector rather than blockchain technology, because look, guys, when you talk about blockchain technology, this definitely does not fall in open blockchain, isn't it? Because this is more of a consortium or coalition of leading companies, and they are going ahead and issuing this, and they can definitely go ahead and censor your transaction as well. So look, guys, it's so critical to truly understand the pillars of open blockchain, and this is popularized by none other than Andreas Antonopoulos. So look, guys, when you talk about the pillars of open blockchain, there are 6 areas that we need to truly understand. That is open source, censorship resistant, borderless, permissionless, neutral, and publicly verifiable. So what I really urge you guys to do is go to YouTube and look at the explanation of Andreas Antonopoulos. Now, we did add publicly verifiable at a later stage, but look, guys, when you talk about stablecoin issuers, they definitely don't follow the ethos of open blockchain. And if you truly understand why Bitcoin was created, guys, Bitcoin was created so that transactions are peer-to-peer, but in this case, it is going to be managed by a centralized entity. And not just this, guys, even Tether USDT or Circle USDC falls under the same umbrella, isn't it? Now, regarding this news, guys, I'm really curious to check if Tether USDT goes and enjoys this coalition, and I wouldn't be surprised if Circle USDC have definitely approached them as well, because look, guys, 3 to 5 years down the line, I wouldn't be surprised if Circle USDC is leading the pack, and with central bank digital currency coming up, I really am not sure what would be the use case of stable coins, because look, guys, central bank digital currencies are kind of similar to what stablecoin issuers are doing, isn't it? So if given the choice between CBDC and stablecoins, me personally, I'll definitely go and pick central bank digital currency, because look, stablecoins are definitely compliant and they can definitely go and censor your transactions as well. So I don't see a difference between stablecoins in comparison to, let's say, central bank digital currency. Now what I tend to do is, guys, every month I do have a session on stablecoins where I go and explain the basics of stablecoins, the history of stablecoins, and a lot of technical details. And at the same time, guys, I do have a session on central bank digital currency as well, where I go and explain the different types of central bank digital currencies, and I also go and share some of its use cases as well. So if you guys do want to go and collaborate on putting up the event or want to book me as a speaker, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, let's go and discuss some news regarding Bitcoin and Lightspark, guys, which is one of the firms that is using Lightning Network of Bitcoin. They have launched something called a Spark, which is a new system built on Bitcoin, and they want to make global payments faster, cheaper and more accessible, and Spark, guys, acts as a layer 2 technology, meaning it works alongside the original Bitcoin network to enable off-chain transactions, and by allowing people to hold and transfer small amounts of Bitcoin off the main chain, Spark makes it less expensive and quicker for people to use Bitcoin even when they are not online. Now, in addition to Spark, guys, Lightspark has upgraded its UMA system, that is Universal Money Address, with 3 new tools to make global payments smoother. So the first one, guys, is UMA Extend, or Universal Money Address Extend, and this feature links Bitcoin Lightning Network with traditional banks worldwide, and through UMA Extend, guys, users can send money internationally almost instantly with much lower fees than traditional money transfers. For example, guys, someone in Brazil could send reals, that is the Brazil currency, to Europe, but the recipient receives it in euro, and all is done seamlessly within seconds. Now, really, I'm not sure, guys, if there is any KYC or AML required to this. Now, regarding the second one, that is UMA Auth, or Universal Money Authorization, it works something similar to logging to a site with Google or Facebook, and UMA Auth, guys, allows users to connect their payment account to an app or website, and it is designed to make tipping, paying for subscriptions, or sending money to friends with quick apps, and it is extremely quick and easy. For instance, guys, let's say if someone is listening to your favorite song on a music app, they can tip the artist directly with a single click using UMA Auth. So this, guys, is utilizing Bitcoin to its core, isn't it? And the whole promise of Bitcoin, guys, was peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and looks like that is exactly what Lightspark is doing. Now, regarding UMA request, that is Universal Money Address Request, this allows users to request payment from other users. For instance, guys, a business could send a customer an invoice or QR code to request payments, and customers can pay them in any amount they choose, making it flexible and easier for online shopping, especially across borders. Now imagine, guys, if Amazon goes ahead and accepts this could be an absolute game changer, isn't it? Now, really, I'm not sure, guys, how does this particular thing compare to Strike, which is by Jack Mallers. I'm hoping they work something similar, because at the end of the day, both of them are using Lightning Network, isn't it? Now, the big question, guys, is why does this thing matter? And the CEO of Lightspark, that is David Marcus, who previously led PayPal, and he was behind Facebook's stablecoin, that is Libra. He actually sees these tools as a way to make global money transfers more efficient and affordable, allowing transactions to happen instantly around the clock without the typical delays and fees of current banking system. Now look, as based on my research, I'm definitely liking what Lightspark as well as what Strike is doing. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, rather than understanding Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies, take a deep dive into what Lightning Network is. Now you can make an argument that Lightning Network is still lightning years away from mainstream adoption, but look, guys, the technology is definitely here, and with these advancements, I very strongly feel that Lightwork is working to build an open and community-driven platform, and their Spark and Universal Money Address tools are completely open source, so developers and users can view the code, suggest changes, and help build new features. And guys, just earlier today, I was just listening to a brand new episode of Elon Musk with Joe Rogan, and he was actually stating that the source code of Twitter is completely open source, because he does not want notorious politicians to go out and manipulate everything, isn't it? And that kept me thinking, guys, could it be possible for a centralized entity to go out and offer services that the so-called blockchain offers? I definitely do think so, isn't it? And look, as I've always said this, when you talk about blockchain technology, there are limited use cases beyond Bitcoin and transferring payments. I really don't see much use case of blockchain technology as such. Now granted, there are certain use cases of, let's say, NFTs or meme coins, but other than that, guys, I don't see much use case of blockchain technology. And regarding this news, guys, Lightspark hopes that this open approach will attract more people to use these technologies, making Bitcoin more mainstream and accessible worldwide. So look, guys, I'd really recommend you guys to go and check out what Lightspark is doing, and along with that, also feel free to go and check out what Jack Mallers from Strike is doing, because what they're doing is absolutely game changer. Now the next news, guys, also has to do with Bitcoin, and Mt. Gox, guys, which is now a defunct exchange. They recently moved 500 Bitcoin, which is around $35 million, but the good thing is, they transferred it to cold storage. Now this particular information, guys, was actually observed by blockchain tracker Akram Intelligence. Now look, guys, imagine this thing happening in permission blockchain, or let's say in a CBDC world. That is one of the reasons, guys, I often stress it is truly important to understand the pillars of open blockchain. Now regarding this news, guys, the transfer of these funds did actually come when Mt. Gox Exchange postponed repayments to creditors, and that I believe now is going to take place on the 31st of October 2025, isn't it? Now that is definitely positive news, which just means that there is less supply of Bitcoin in the market, and this will definitely pump up the price of Bitcoin till next October 2025. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss some news regarding Tether USDT, and this is more of an update guys, because few months ago, they did actually announce the launch of the Rampeg stablecoin, isn't it? And what happened guys is, Alessandro Guari, who's Tether's Senior Strategic Partnership Manager, he did actually make an announcement at the Dawn Blockchain Gateway 2024 event in Dubai, that the launch of the Rampeg stablecoin will be on Dawn Blockchain, and Tether guys aims to focus on emerging markets like Turkey, Argentina, Brazil, the inflation drive demands for stable coins. So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, in the show notes below, there is a link to the event, and hopefully guys, they do have a video explaining what he said. So definitely critical news, not just for the stablecoin world, but also for Dubai as well, I guess. So these were the news guys from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is regarding ADNOC, and they want to deploy autonomous AI in the energy sector. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this, because UAE's national oil company ADNOC, they are deploying autonomous AI in the energy sector for the very first time. And this initiative guys is driven by G42, which is a government-backed AI and cloud computing company, and G42 guys recently received $1.5 billion investment from Microsoft, and that was to expand its AI capabilities. And this move aligns with UAE's goal to diversify its economy beyond oil reliance. And Sultan Al Jaber, UAE's Minister of Industry and Advanced Technology and COP28 President, emphasized the rapid growth of AI since the rise of ChatGPT. And agentic AI guys, which is a type of autonomous AI, will be central to this deployment. And agentic AI can operate independently, completing tasks proactively for users, and they can train themselves and keep on getting better. And ADNOC's AI system will analyze vast data sets autonomously and pinpoint operational improvements, and it will shorten seeming survey duration from several months to merely just few days. And look, as AI-driven accuracy in production forecast is expected to improve by up to 90%, and the UAE now is heavily investing in artificial intelligence technology, isn't it? And regarding this news guys, it also includes developing Arabic and Hindi AI chatbots similar to ChatGPT. And lately guys, Emirati leaders, they definitely see artificial intelligence as a strategic tool for extending their influence globally as well, isn't it? And the UAE in particular views AI as a means to remain a prominent ecosystem player after oil demand diminishes. And AI guys is anticipated to play a pivotal role in advancing ADNOC's efficiency and precision. And Sultan Al Jaber views the AI surge as unprecedented and transformative for industries, and the UAE's ambition guys are positioned to embrace this technological leadership in the Gulf. And this autonomous AI initiative reflects the UAE's commitment to being a forward-looking tech-driven economy. So definitely a brilliant news for UAE, isn't it? Now the second news guys I'm going to be talking about has to do with the Emirates of Abu Dhabi. An ADIPC 2024 opened on 4th of November in Abu Dhabi, and this was hosted by ADNOC and ADNEC Center. Now the event theme guys is connecting minds, transforming energy, and it was focusing on artificial intelligence role, particularly in energy transition. And a new AI zone guys called as Energy AI by ADNOC was introduced to highlight AI's impact on energy, and global technology leaders including NCAP, Accenture, AIQ, Microsoft and Baker Hughes presented AI-driven energy solution. And the Energy AI Zone guys features the Energy AI Conference, Creative AI Labs, Reskilling Labs, and Emerging AI demos as well. And over 2,200 exhibitors showcase solutions across 4 specialized areas, that is artificial intelligence, decarbonization, digitization, and maritime and logistics. An ADIP 16-hall exhibition center guys included 54 oil companies and 30 country pavilions. And Christopher Hudson, the president of DMG Events, stated his 40th edition aims to drive impactful energy solution. And this event guys highlighted bold innovation and influential discussion for a sustainable energy future. In ADIPC 2024 had, I believe, over 184,000 attendees from 164 countries, making it the largest edition yet. And more than 1,800 speakers from over 40 ministers and 200 C-suite executives did participate in the event, and around 16,500 delegates. They joined 370 conference sessions across ADIP's 10 conference series. So it looks like this was an absolutely massive event, isn't it? Now if you're someone who attended this guys, definitely drop me an email, because I want to find out guys, does artificial intelligence need blockchain technology, or does blockchain technology need artificial intelligence? Now look guys, I've said this over and over again, when you talk about blockchain technology, beyond Bitcoin and transferring payments, I just don't see any use case regarding that. 99.99% is just pure hype and speculation. Now regarding this event, guys, the flagship strategic conference brought together global leaders to discuss equitable energy transmission, and people who attended it, guys, gained insight into the latest market trends and transformative technologies, and the event also promoted collaborative discussions to advance energy growth and efficiency. In ADIPC 2024, ADIPEC 2024 aimed to deliver transformative ideas and innovation for the future of global energy. Now I'm pretty much sure, guys, they will be having the event next year as well, isn't it? So definitely great event for artificial intelligence in particular. So these were the newscasts on the cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh on Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. I have a question by Sharon who asks, with Bitcoin's market dominance at 60.51% and Ethereum's down to 13%, do you think we'll see major shifts in these dominance levels in the near future? This, to be honest, Sharon, is absolutely a brilliant question. Now, I do feel over the next 3 to 5 years, the dominance will definitely shift, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum is still at number 2. Now, there are a lot of talks regarding Solana being an Ethereum killer, but me personally, I'm finding the network to be completely shady, to be honest. And earlier today, Sharon, while I was actually preparing for my Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, there's an interesting report which is published by Glassnodes, and this was, I believe, published via LinkedIn, that did actually state that just a few days ago, there were transactions in Solana which did actually cross the $240 billion mark, and looks like this was a notorious spot that actually did that. And since the last few days, I'm also not content with what is going on regarding Radium, which is a decentralized exchange that is working on Solana blockchain. But to answer your question, I don't see any major shifts as such. I do anticipate the dominance of Bitcoin to slightly go down, because look, there are different blockchain protocols that will be coming up, isn't it? And they may eventually take certain share of the Bitcoin's dominance percentage. So 3 to 5 years down the line, I do feel that Bitcoin's dominance will hover somewhere between the 40 to 50% mark. Personally, I'd like Bitcoin's dominance to be well over 70% mark. But look, as and when people are aware about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, they will be trying to innovate in the space, isn't it? And that just takes away the dominance from Bitcoin. But regarding Ethereum, I very strongly feel, despite me not liking it, it'll definitely be at number 2. But the dominance of Ethereum has definitely been on a downtrend. And what is crazy, Sharon, is after the spot Ethereum trading went live, that is when the dominance has actually gone down, and some so-called experts were actually stating that Ethereum might actually overtake Bitcoin as well. I definitely don't see that happening. Now, Solana has definitely been picking up quite a lot of momentum, but if you actually take a deep dive into that, I'm finding the numbers a bit dodgy, to be completely honest. I'm just hoping that we do not find out another FTX moment regarding Solana. But look, so far as the dominance is concerned, I do feel that Bitcoin will reign supreme, and anything else will just try to be pretty much half of what Bitcoin's dominance is. But definitely a great question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 am to 8:30 am, we have Crypto with Coffee podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE and the Middle East, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain and now artificial intelligence world as well. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.